Well, hello there. And again, welcome. I hope you guys are having a terrific Tuesday. I am coming on here again. Like I said, this is our 6th live preview in a series of 11 classes that we are doing on here, or sessions, whatever you want to call them, workshops, behind the scenes, for all of the classes that we are offering at Stardust and Shadows Soiree with Alluxia Events. So I'm excited to have you guys here today. We're going to be going over the Valkyrie mind stilling class. We're going to be breaking it down a little bit to what to expect, the inspiration behind it, and then we're going to do a little bit of a class preview so that you guys can actually see what you can expect when you sign up for these classes. So we're going to dive right in because I gave you guys a little bit of an extended preview today because I really wanted you guys to get like a little bit of the breath work, a little bit of the movement, a little bit of the meditation. So it's a little bit longer. So I'm going to jump right in. So this class is inspired by our powerful Valkyries from the Sarah J. Maas ACOTAR Thorns and Roses series. So we got Emery, Nesta, Gwyn, as well as the other women who join in reincarnating, I guess, the Valkyries with Cassian and Azrael. So as we know, these 3 women are not only fierce warriors physically, but they embody aspects of mental fortitude as well. They have different aspects of strength, resilience, and inner peace that all of them bring to the stories in different ways. And their stories show us how strength comes not just from that physical prowess, but also through cultivating mental resilience, emotional balance, and learning to trust in yourself and your own abilities. So what the ladies like to talk about during their mind stilling training, specifically when Gwyn is teaching Nesta in A Court of Silver Flames, is that the Valkyries train to keep their mind as sharp and calm as their blade. So just like their sword, this stays sharp, they use it every day, they practice it every day. Mind stilling is the same thing for them. They keep it sharp, they use it every day, they practice it with it every day. So in our Valkyrie mind stilling class, we'll be focusing on similar principles to these that these incredible ladies embody. So we'll be learning to quiet our minds and ground ourselves through breathwork, meditation, and focused, gentle movement. So much like Emery, Nesta, and Gwyn, we'll harness the power of mental clarity to remain unshaken no matter the battle we face, whether it's a literal fight or challenges we encounter on a day-to-day basis. So I do want to say, if you attended last year's mind stilling class at Starfall with Alluxia, that this class is going to be different. So don't sign up because you think you already did it, because all of the classes, like the boot camps as well, the Valkyrie training boot camps, these classes are going to be different. It's going to be a different experience. I'm bringing a new class to you guys. So we'll be introducing 5 breathwork techniques and 3 meditation strategies that you didn't experience last year. So even if you joined us last year, you can build upon that foundation that you built with us last year and apply these new tools to strengthen your mind. And by the time you leave, you'll have that many new tools in your arsenal to take with you. So what can we expect in the Valkyrie mind stilling class for those of you who didn't attend last year? In today's preview, I'm going to walk you through a small excerpt that's going to have a few breathwork techniques, about 2 of them, some low intensity movements, and 1 guided meditation to help you center your mind and enhance mental clarity, specifically about being in the present moment. In the complete class that you'll experience in May, we'll start with the foundational technique of the 3-part breath so that you can understand what breathwork is and how to breathe the right way. From there, we'll do techniques like alternate nostril breathing, which is known for balancing the body and calming the nervous system. And then from there, we'll move on to a spin on the breathwork technique that Gwyn teaches Nesta, followed by a short meditation, another breathwork technique with low intensity movement, a longer guided meditation, 1 last round of breathwork techniques with gentle movement, and finishing up with 1 last guided meditation. So I try to have the class structured so we do some breathwork, we do some movement, we meditate. We do some breathwork, we do some movement, we meditate. We do some breathwork, we do some movement, we meditate. Because this way you're not sitting there for a whole hour's class and getting, losing interest or getting stiff or not being uncomfortable. So we breathe, move, sit. Breathe, move, sit. Now, Along the way, you're going to be able to learn how to control your emotions through focused breath work, and also learning how to look within using meditation techniques that you can take with you. So this isn't going to be something where you need to rely on me. All the tools I'm going to give you, you can learn in the class and then take and apply in real life. So these mindfulness techniques will allow you to become aware of your own body, your thoughts, and your energy, just like the Valkyries learn how to balance and embody their physical and mental fortitude in the heat of battle. So who should attend this class, and what do you guys need to bring? Well, this class is perfect for absolutely anyone. There's no, advanced level, beginner level. This class is open to everyone, whether you have a mindfulness practice already or you're completely new to the idea of sitting still and breathing. It's for anyone who wants to gain more control over their mental and emotional state, whether you're looking to process the struggling, the daily stress that you have just on your day-to-day life, trying to seek clarity, maybe increase your mental focus, looking to push yourself harder during like physical training or physical fitness, or simply just looking for ways to enhance your overall well-being, because the mind and body are connected. So when we improve the mind, we improve the body as well. This class is going to help you connect all of those dots and help you build your inner strength, just like Emery, Nesta, and Gwyn. So all you need to bring is yourself, some comfortable clothing. As I've said previously in our other lives, cosplay is welcomed. I just recommend that you be able to sit and move in it easily. So if that's something that you can't do, modify or adjust where you need be. But cosplay is always welcomed. You don't have to be in yoga clothes or anything like that. I love when you guys show up in your cosplay. Make sure you bring yourself, clothes, water bottle, stay hydrated, an open mind, and a yoga mat or a towel or a blanket is recommended. If you want to just sit on the floor, that's what I do when I teach classes. I just sit on the floor, but yoga mat, towel, blanket is also welcomed if you'd rather sit on that as well. If you'd like, this part isn't like you have to do it, but if you want to bring like a blanket or a cushion or a pillow for some extra like support when we're doing our meditations, you can bring that as well. So before we get into this class sample, I was going to say class sample, I do want to remind you guys that we are running a fun contest for you guys during these 11 live previews. So at the end of each live, in this Facebook group specifically, I'm asking a question at the end of each live, and if you answer the question in the comments, you get 1 entry per comment. So with 11 class previews, you can watch all 11 lives from now until May, comment on each one, and that's 11 entries. And with these entries, you get entered to win a free month's membership to our Nexus app. Now that has all of our fantasy fitness programming. So all of the classes that you experience in person with Alluxia Events, you can also do online on our app and take with you. So you can do Valkyrie mind stilling from your home with your phone, or pull it up on your television, or you can do our Valkyrie boot camp at the gym. So these are just some ideas of what's in our Nexus app. It's all of our fantasy fitness programming in the palm of your hand, and we're giving that a free membership, month's membership free to whoever wins by answering the questions in the comments. Now, with that being said, we are going to dive into this class sample. So we're going to start with some 3-part breath, which I've taught you guys before on here, but we're going to go over it for anyone who's watching who may be new to it. So I'm going to back up a little bit for you guys. And with 3-part breath, it has 3 parts, if you didn't know. Belly is the first part, ribs is the second part, chest is the third part. Now, before we get to the breathing, I want to tell you how to breathe. So we want to make sure we're doing nasal breathing. And the reason we want to make sure we're doing nasal breathing is because that's going to get us into like the back door, we'd like to say, of the autonomic nervous system. And why that matters is because we're doing this because we want to hit the calm button, right? We're super stressed and we want to calm down. I don't like to use the word relax, because relax is like a pause button, and it doesn't process what you're feeling. It doesn't process the stress. It just pauses the stress. You can watch TV and relax. You can read a book and relax. We want to regulate the nervous system. So what we're doing is we're hitting the calm button and we're regulating the nervous system. We're processing what we're feeling, all the stress we're feeling, through our breathwork techniques, through our meditation techniques. So when I say 3-part breath, we're going to be breathing in and out through our nose. Now, that first part, like I said, is in our belly. So when we breathe in, we're gonna and push our belly out. You can even put your hands here and push out like it's a big balloon. And then as you exhale, belly comes in. So that's the first part, belly. Inhale, exhale. From there, we want to add the second part in. So it's going to be inhale, belly, ribs. So the ribs expand, and not just out, but also front and back. So it's inhale, belly, ribs, exhale, ribs, belly. Third part, it's going to be inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Notice it's not shoulders, it's the chest gently rising as we fill our torso up. And then exhale, chest comes down, ribs come in, belly comes in. So we'll do that together. So it's inhale, belly, ribs, chest, exhale, chest, ribs, belly. If you want to keep one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest, you can do so. So it'll look like this. We'll do 3 more rounds together. One more round, inhaling belly, ribs, chest. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Okay, so we're going to continue with that 3-part breath, filling up the full torso and letting it all out. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a different breathwork technique, and that breathwork technique is alternate nostril breathing. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be breathing in the left nostril, exhaling out the right nostril. Breathing in the right nostril, exhaling out the left nostril. In, out, in, out. In, out, in, out. So what it'll look like is the old school way is you do it this way. But if this is more comfortable for you, you can do that as well. I'm actually going to take my glasses out of the way because my nails are hitting them. So you'll cover your right nostril, inhale. So I'm breathing in the left and exhaling through the right, and breathing into the left and exhaling through the right. Now the reason we like to do this is because when we breathe in through our left, we're activating the right side, and when we breathe out through our right, we're activating the left side. And that's bringing balance to our nervous system because one is regulating and one is activating. And we want to make sure that we're using both sides of our nervous system, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic. So we're going to try 3 rounds of that. While we do 3 rounds of that, I want you to let your mind wander. And I want you to think of just kind of like it's a puppy. It's just roaming around, doing its own thing. And from there, I want you to let it explore and see what it thinks of. And whatever it thinks of, I want you to acknowledge it and then let it go. So you can do that with your breath. So say I think of something, I'm trying to think, the fact that I have to start thinking out what I have to make for our Christmas brunch when all our family comes here. So I'll inhale, acknowledge it, exhale, I let that go. Inhale, acknowledge it, exhale, let that go. So we're going to be doing that for 3 rounds. So I'll do that with you guys. So when you're ready, alternate nostril breathing. All right, so that's one of the breathwork techniques that we'll be learning at the Valkyrie mind stilling class. From there, we're going to move in to pursed lip breathing, but we're going to use the count that Gwyn uses with Nesta when she's teaching her how to do breath. So as I said, we like to inhale and exhale through our nose because it's regulating. But there are some instances where it's okay to breathe out your mouth because we want to activate in a healthy way, because we don't want to be sleepy when we have to go run a marathon. So in that sense, you would want to use an activating breath. So this breath is more for activating in a healthy way so that we come, our mental clarity increases, our focus increases. So it's a version of coherency breath, but we're going to inhale through our nose and then we're going to exhale through our mouth. But instead of just going, we're going to purse our lips like we're like blowing out a candle. So it's going to be and it takes longer to do because we're not just going, we're giving it a shorter, smaller hole to come out of. So we'll inhale, and we're going to do it for a count of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6. So that's the breathwork technique that we're going to do. So pursed lip breathing, inspired by Gwyn's coherency breath, inhaling for 6 and exhaling for 6. So I'm going to back up because what we're going to do is we're going to do this while adding a little bit of integrated movement. So what I mean by that is we're going to come down to the ground, come into a Sphinx pose, coming to our forearms. And then from there, we're going to do neck rolls as we breathe. So you'll inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 6. And exhale for 6. And we'll switch to the other side. I'm going to turn the face sideways for you guys so you can see me this way. So, again, neck roll in the other direction. Inhaling and exhaling for 6 with our pursed lips. So, inhale for 6. And exhale for 6. Inhale for 6. And exhale for 6. And come back to center. From there, we're going to come into a scorpion stretch. So our arms are going to go out wide. We're going to bend our left leg and bring it over to the right. And we're going to hold here, still continuing to do that breath. So inhaling for 6. And exhaling for 6. Switching to the other side, bending the right leg, trying to keep the shoulders on the ground. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that my back popped, but I hope yours did too. And again, inhaling for 6. And exhaling for 6. And from there, we're going to come back to center. One more movement. Taking the right leg up. We're going to thread the right arm through, coming into a half frog with an upper body thread the needle. And again, inhaling for 6. And exhaling for 6. Other side. Back. Right leg goes back. Left leg comes up. The left arm goes through. Inhaling for 6. And exhaling for 6. Coming back up. And from there, you can come either to a seated position, because we're going to do a meditation. So you could come seated. You could come lying on your back, supine. You can take your feet out wide. You can knock your knees in. My block's here for my mic, so I can't lay it down all the way. Or you can even come to your belly and use your fingers as a pillow. Whatever works best for you. Get into a comfortable position, and I'm going to take you guys through what I call the 8 senses meditation. So now we are going to explore and connect with the present moment by gently turning into each of our 8 senses. Find a comfortable position, seated, lying down, standing, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Just be where you can relax and focus. You can close your eyes, or you can just soften your gaze and pick something in front of you that doesn't move. Whatever feels best for you. We're going to begin by allowing your breath to return to a natural rhythm, so we're no longer keeping that inhaling and exhaling for 6. Try to stick with only nasal breathing during this practice. And we're going to begin by focusing on what we can hear. So begin to notice the sounds around you. Don't try to label them or judge them. Just let them come and go. Perhaps you hear your family in the other room. Perhaps you hear someone getting in and out of their car. Maybe a dog barking. Take a few moments to let your awareness rest on the act of just listening. Can you listen to the sound that's furthest away from you? Can you listen to the sound that's closest to you? Maybe it's your own breath or your own heart. Notice if your brain associates a feeling with these sounds. Good, bad, annoying. Try to remove these labels and just live in the moment. Now we'll shift our focus to the sensation of touch. Can you feel the texture of the surface beneath you, whatever you're sitting, lying, or standing on? Is it soft or firm, warm or cool? Next, bring your attention to what is in front of you. Can you notice the sensations where your clothing touches you, or maybe the air is against your skin? Is there movement? Is there a breeze? Is it warm or cold? Notice if your mind starts to label any of these sensations. Comfortable, uncomfortable, and try to let these judgments go. Simply observe the sensation as they are in this moment. Now we'll shift to our sight. You don't have to open your eyes. If your eyes are closed, focus on the darkness behind your eyelids. Maybe you can notice faint shapes or patterns or flickers of light. If your eyes are open, start by observing something in your peripheral vision, so something as far away from your front sight as possible. Then slowly shift your focus to what's closest to you, directly in focus. Notice if your brain begins to assign meaning or preferences to what you see. Bright, dull, messy, beautiful. Release these labels and simply observe the colors, shapes, and textures without judgment. Now, bring your awareness to sense of smell. Start by noticing the faintest scent in the air. Perhaps something distant. Maybe someone's cooking in the other room. Or maybe there isn't really a smell in the distance. That's okay too. Lack of smell is smell. From there, shift your attention to something closer, like the scent of your skin, or your hair, your breath, maybe a deodorant or perfume. If you notice your mind attaching memories or feelings to these smells, pleasant, unpleasant, try to let them go. What you sense now is not tied to what you have experienced in the past. Learn to separate the two. From there, bring your focus to sense of taste. Can you detect the faintest hit of something? Maybe from a meal earlier or a drink? Notice how subtle or strong it may be. Then, bring your attention closer to the natural taste in your mouth. Perhaps your tongue, or your teeth, or your gums, or your lips. Be aware of if you start to notice labeling these things as good taste, bad taste, gross, delicious. Release those judgments and simply observe the act of tasting in its purest form in this moment. Now, bring your awareness inward to the sensations within your body. We call this interoception, internal awareness. Begin to notice your breath, not just the air entering and leaving, but how it feels inside your chest, inside your abdomen. Tune into other subtle sensations. Can you feel your heartbeat? Do you have a gut feeling about something? Do you have butterflies in your stomach? Perhaps the temperature of your body is hot or cold. Or maybe you can even feel the sensation of energy moving through you. As you explore these inner sensations, release any judgments or the need to change what you feel. Simply observe and appreciate the experience of being in your body. Now shift your focus to the sense of proprioception. So this is your awareness of your body and where it is in the space around you. Start by noticing the connection points between your body and the ground or the chair. Can you feel how your body is positioned without moving or looking? Can you sense the length of your legs, the placement of your arm, the tilt of your head, without moving it, adjusting it, feeling it? Imagine drawing a mental map of your body and its alignments. If your mind starts to analyze what you notice, gently let those thoughts go and just observe your body as it is right now. Lastly, bring your attention to your sense of balance, the vestibular sense. Even in stillness, your body subtly adjusts to maintain equilibrium. Gently rock your head side to side, move your pelvis side to side, rock your wrists or your ankles, and notice how your body always returns to center with each movement. Feel how your body naturally seeks balance and alignment without effort? Can you sense this natural balance? And can you think of times where you fight your body's need to seek balance? How can we meet it with less resistance? If any judgment arises, simply let it go and experience the balanced state of your body in this moment. Now allow all 8 senses to merge into one unified awareness, creating a sense of wholeness. There's nothing you need to change or judge. Just be present in the moment as you are, taking a deep breath in and exhaling slowly. When you're ready, gently bring yourself back to reality, wiggling your fingers, your toes, maybe rocking your head side to side, and opening your eyes if they were closed, returning to the space around you and connecting to the present moment of being on our live. You guys did absolutely amazing with those meditation and breathwork techniques. Thank you for just getting a glimpse of what it will be like to be practicing in the full class in May when we dive deeper into integrating breath and movement and meditation to create a calm and resilient mind, just like the Valkyries. And now, to wrap up, the contest question that will get you an entry to win 1 month free of all of our fantasy fitness programs on our Nexus app. So please make sure you comment in the live below, and you can go to past lives that we've been doing and answer in the comments below for those as well and get entries for those. So here's your question, drum roll please. What's your favorite and most inspiring moment from one of the Valkyries, Emery, Nesta, Gwyn, and what moment showed you not just their physical strength, but their mental fortitude? So what was your most inspiring moment from the Valkyries that showed not just their physical strength, but their mental fortitude? Comment it below. Thank you guys so much for joining today. Don't miss our next preview, which will be on January 7th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where we'll do a sneak peek into the Valkyrie mobility and stretching class. You won't want to miss it. I'll see you guys then. Until then, stay strong, stay grounded, and I'll see you later, Valkyries.